Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today I want to talk to you about two brand new gluten-free mixes from Pampered Chef. So I'm going to show you how to make the brownie mix and the chocolate chip cookie mix. So the really cool thing about both of these mixes is they are vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, non-GMO, dairy-free, and made without nuts. They're both really quick and easy. All you have to add is eggs and butter to get these together. So as you're joining, let me know if you're watching live or the replay, and if you would, let me know where you're watching from. I always like to see where everyone is tuning in from, and like and share my videos as well. So let's go ahead and get started on the brownie mix. So for the brownie mix, I've already got our butter melted in our classic batter bowl, and for this recipe, you need a half a cup of melted butter, and you can use vegan butter if you prefer. So to make this, which this makes about 16 brownies, you're gonna mix the brownie mix that I have here with the melted butter and 2 eggs. So we're just gonna pour this right in here. And by the way, I'm always skeptical of any kind of gluten-free or healthy mix. I'm always a little bit skeptical, especially when it comes to desserts, but both of these are really, really good. So before we mix this up with the eggs, I do want to add in a little bit of my super veggie enrichables, and this is just going to make this recipe even better. So I'm going to do a tablespoon of our super veggie powder. I'm going to set this over here because I always forget to add that in, so we'll add it into the cookies too. We're going to add in 2 eggs, and I like to mix thick batters with our scoop and spread. So there's a silicone flexible end on one side, and then there is a firm end with a spreader on the other. So this is kind of a thick mix, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use the harder end, more firm end, to just mix these together. And this recipe does suggest that you let the batter rest for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna mix this up. I'm gonna set it aside and we'll mix the cookie mix together. But I really like using the scoop and spread because I'm able to really scrape the sides to make sure that this is nice and incorporated. So butter, eggs, and I added in the super veggie, which is an optional thing to do. Just mix this together. And we're gonna set it aside and let it rest for about 10 minutes. Now we're gonna cook this in our brownie pan. So if you don't know about our brownie pan already, this pan is awesome because everybody gets an edge. So I wanna know if you are on team edge or team middle, because I will tell you that I prefer to make my brownies in a big, like a rectangular baker, and I don't like the edges, and so I'm kind of like the oddball out. So who else watching is like me and prefers them without the crispy edges? So today I'm going to make them in the brownie pan. They'll be easier to share. So the instructions for how to cook this in the brownie pan are right on the back of the package. So it says, when using Pampered Chef's brownie pan, bake at 325 for 18 to 23 minutes. We're going to use our new kitchen spritzer to spritz the wells of our brownie pan to keep the brownies from sticking once we put them in there. So I'm just gonna pump the pressure in this bottle, and you'll notice I haven't filled this above that line. If you fill it above the line, there's no room for air pressure, and that's how this works. So you wanna make sure that you always leave room for that air pressure. Just pump this to get all the pressure built up, and then we're gonna spray each well, so these do not stick. There we go. And then when you're done spraying, release the air from the bottle. So just twist it, let the pressure out. That keeps the oil from building up and pushing and forcing itself away from the bottle. You don't want it to make a big greasy mess on the outside. And I do recommend cleaning this according to the instructions that come with it every time that you refill it with new oil. So, all right, so when we are ready to scoop these, I'm gonna use the large stainless steel scoop, 1 scoop per well. I'm gonna go ahead and show you, and then we'll leave the batter alone so that it can rest. You do 1 scoop per well. And then we're gonna bake these at 325 for 18 to 23 minutes. When they're done, you wanna make sure that you use the nylon mini serving spatula to get these out. Don't use the metal one because you will scratch your brownie pan. So I'm gonna set this aside, and let's make our chocolate chip cookies, right? All right, So for our chocolate chip cookies, we are gonna use our Flex Plus, and we're gonna use the beater attachments for that. So we're gonna put all of our ingredients here into this new bowl, which I love. Has a no-skid gripper on the bottom so it doesn't slip and slide around, especially when you're using the Flex Plus. So for this, you're gonna need 1 package of cookie mix, 6 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 egg or equivalent, and you can use vegan butter if you like. Chocolate chips are already part of the mix, and just like we did for the brownies, I am going to add in some of our super veggie enrichables. I mean, where else can you add vegetables into your cookies, right? We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of that. I've got 1 egg, we're gonna toss that in. And I've got our 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Pour that in. And then we're gonna take our Flex Plus, and I've already got the beaters attached to this. So all we have to do is attach our handle. And if you have not seen the video showing this in more detail, be sure that you go and watch it. And every time I can't figure out which way to put that in. I always have to try. Whoops, throwing things around, sorry. It says pampered, not perfect, right? And add on your battery. This does come with 2 battery packs. Press the little safety button right here when you're ready to use this. And then what we're gonna do, we're just gonna mix this cookie batter with the Flex Plus. We'll increase the speed a little. Doesn't take very long for this. Perfect. All right, so that's all we needed. See how quick and easy that comes together? So for safety, always take the battery off of your Flex Plus before you move anything else. Take the handle off, and then there is a release button here. Press that button and it's gonna give you the beaters back. Now, our Flex Plus does come with a cooking guide, and it also has an immersion blender attachment and a food processor. All of the appliances are cordless. You charge the batteries, of course, with a corded charger, and you get 2 of those batteries. All right, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna off this spatula here. I'm gonna use this just to sort of pull all of this together, and then get any little powder pieces that may not have got incorporated there. There we go. We're gonna take our large sheet pan. For this, you could of course use stoneware if you prefer, and I'm gonna use the small stainless steel scoop for these cookies. And the reason I'm using the small is I'm actually having a tasting here at my house, and I wanna make sure everybody gets a taste. So I'm gonna make these little small cookies, and you do not want to grease the pan when you are making these. Let's see if we can get 4 of them on one little row. I want to have enough room. Let's see here. I think that'll be good. So we'll just continue this process until we've used up all of the batter. I will save you from watching me do this over and over and over again. And this has 12 to 14 minutes on a sheet pan, 14 to 16 minutes for stoneware. And this one says rounded tablespoons. So these might take a little bit less time because I'm doing smaller pieces. This actually might be about a tablespoon. I don't remember, but I will monitor these. I like my cookies to be chewy, not crispy. So you can see where I go when it comes to all of my baked goods. I like the middle. I like it soft and chewy. So however way you want to make them, you can cook it a little bit less or a little bit longer. I do want to point out that we have this really awesome timer. It's a brand new timer from Pampered Chef. And right now I have a timer going for something that I have in the oven already. So timer 1 has 11 more minutes left. But if I wanted to set another timer, I could do that. And I could just add however many minutes that I want. You can press down to add more, and then you press go, and then if you want to stop it, you press stop. You can press clear. There's a clock on here, which I love. So timer 1 I have going already in the oven. So I hope you are as excited as I am about these 2 gluten-free mixes from Pampered Chef. So we have the brownie mix and the chocolate chip cookie dough. Chocolate chip cookie mix. Let me know which one you're most excited about, and I would love to help you purchase these on my website. I'll include links below so that you guys have access to finding those, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.